Morning students, here we shall see about silicon tetrachloride. Its molecular formula is SiCl4. Here two types of preparation we can see. The first preparation is in a porcelain tube, that is in a glass tube, we are taking mixture of silica, that is silicon oxide plus carbon, and dry chlorine is taken and we are heating it at 1675 Kelvin. We are getting silicon tetrachloride plus carbon monoxide. Commercially we can prepare this by passing hydrogen chloride gas. So here we are with silicon we are passing hydrogen chloride gas to get silicon tetrachloride plus hydrogen gas is released. Next we shall see the properties of silicon tetrachloride. It is colorless fuming liquid, that is புகை வரக்கூடிய liquid. It freezes at minus 70 degrees Celsius. It is hydrolyzed to get orthosilicic acid. That is carbon tetrachloride is hydrolyzed to get orthosilicic acid, and when it is hydrolyzed with moist ether we are getting linear perchlorosiloxanes. That is, look at the linear structure of these perchlorosiloxanes, that is Cl, Si, Cl2O. So this SiCl2O can be number of times. It can be any number of times. Now look at that. This is just a number of times, linear structure, and here I shall give you polymer linear structure. Instead of this N, suppose you are having 2. This structure can be written, that is SiCl2O. Here only one time. Suppose it is 2, this will be 2 times. Look at that. Chloro, silicon, chlorine twice, silicon, oxygen, silicon, Cl2, oxygen. So suppose it is in place of N it is 3, this will be thrice. Now here one unit, here one unit, it keeps on increasing. So that is the N times here. Next, this silicon tetrachloride can be alkalized. Here when it is alkalized it forms salicylic ester with alcohol. With alcohol it is able to form salicylic ester. That is, look at the silicon tetrachloride is treated with alcohol, that is C2H5OH. So therefore we are getting salicylic ester, that is SiOC2H5 4 times. It also can be ammonalized. When it is ammonalized we are getting chlorosiloxanes. See, silicon tetrachloride, that is SiCl4, when is treated with ammonia we are getting Cl3SiNH SiCl3. Here we are getting at the middle NH, that is what? Azanes. Azanes means middle of this they will have NH, that is azanes. Next we shall see the uses of this silicon tetrachloride. It is used in preparation of silicon semiconductors, and also it is used in synthesizing silica gels, silicic esters, and all. It is used as a binder in ceramic materials, that is that பீங்கான் பொருளெல்லாம் அதை ஒட்டுறதுக்கு, அது செய்யும்போது அதை ஒட்டுறதுக்கு this silicon tetrachloride is used. Next we shall see silicons. Its formula is R2CO. These silicons are polysiloxanes or organosilicon polymers with general formula. General formula is R2CO. That is, first of all, let us see what is polysiloxanes. Polysiloxanes are nothing but is the functional group of organosilicon with SiO-Si linkage. So this is the functional group of organosilicon. Now what is organosilicon? Organosilicon is nothing but it is a metallic compound containing carbon silicon bond. They are having carbon silicon bond. This polysiloxane, this is a siloxane, that is silicon with oxygen. Silicon is with oxygen. Now polysiloxanes means it will have many of these units. It keeps on forms a chain linkage. For example, SiO, 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 it continues. That is polysiloxanes. This is named silicon. This is named silicon because it is similar to ketone CO. It is similar, since it is similar to ketone, it is named as silicons. Next, it can be linear or cross-linked. The silicon can be linear or cross-linked. And these silicons are having high thermal stability. This can withstand to any heat. Next we shall see the preparation of silicons. This can be hydrolyzed. The silicon can be hydrolyzed passing alkyl chloride or aromatic chloride or alkyl chloride. Here R symbolize alkyl, dialkyl, dichloro. So when this is treated with silicon, this vapor is passed through silicon using copper as a catalyst at 570 Kelvin. We are getting dialkyl dichlorosilicons. Next, this compound is hydrolyzed to yield straight chain polymer. See now, this unit, that is R2SiCl2, silicon R2Cl. This is Cl. So this is hydrolyzed. Now we shall see here hydrolyzed 2 moles of water is there. This H2O can be written as HOH, HOH. So see there, this hydrogen and this HCl combines and this HCl release. So therefore minus 2 HCl. So therefore we are getting silicon alkyl group and remaining is OH. So this OH and where is the other? This OH. So now we are having the compound of, that is silicon R2 OH2. So now we are having straight chain of polymers. So when this monomer combines with that polymer, poly means many, mer means unit. So many of these units combine, we are getting a continuous long chain. Now you see, this one of the unit, this is other unit. So when these two units combines, what happens? This H2O will be released. Now we shall write OH, Si, R, what is there? O. Si, R, O. So it keeps on. So with this we can add one more unit. If we add one more unit here, it keeps on increasing. The polymer chain keeps on increasing. So next we shall see hydrolysis of monoalkyl chlorosilanes, that is R is alkyl. That is, we can also write this as a CH3. Yield very complex cross-linked polymer. Now you see, we are writing this unit, that is instead of R we are writing CH3. So CH3SiCl3. So when this is hydrolyzed, 3 moles of water we have taken. So we can, the abbreviation of this is thrice we are getting HOH. So all this hydrogen, one of this hydrogen combines with one of this chlorine and form HCl. Again it is so in the same way all 3 hydrogen combines with Cl here and forms 3 HCl. So the remaining is CH3 SiOH. 1 2 3 1 2 3. So this is forming a very complex cross-linked polymers when it is hydrolyzed with monoalkyl chlorosilanes. See, and also this forms complex. Now see the other here 4 molecules are there, that is that same unit of that what we saw previous, that is silicon, that is R alkyl, one alkyl and OH3. So like that we have 4 unit. So everywhere the H2O will be released. So here we can see, and for there OH and here H releases a H2O, here on this hydrogen and that OH. So after releasing this, here O is left. So this combines with this unit, and here this O is there, this combines here, and this O combines with this unit. So therefore we are getting this structure. Okay. Next, this linear can be changed in ring shape. So in the first example we saw the linear molecule, that is silicon with R2 OH, and these three of this unit 1, 2, 3. In the same way, three of these units and forms so here we'll get such a kind of ring shaped structure. So this is the, during hydrolysis we are getting linear cyclic silicons or ring silicons. Linear one, ring, and the complex ones. Next we shall see silicates. Silicates are nothing but it's a combination of silicon plus oxygen. Silicates are nothing but the combination of silicon plus oxygen. They are having the shape of tetrahedral units. They are linked together but different patterns. The silicates are linked together, joined together with different types of patterns. There are three types of patterns we can see, that is types of silicates. The first one is orthosilicates. Here is the orthosilicates, or this is all called nesosilicates. This is the simplest silicates, that is, this is having one silicon and 4 oxygen. See, this is one silicon Si and 4 oxygens. And this is the top view and this is the side view. Next type is pyrosilicates, or also it can be called sorosilicates. These pyrosilicates are having 2 silicon and 7 oxygen. See, this is the 2 silicon and 7 oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 oxygen they are having. And the examples are Tortueti. Next we shall see cyclic silicates. These cyclic silicates are called ring silicates. These are containing 1 silicon and 3 oxygen n times. You see, this is linking 3 or more tetrahedral. So the tetrahedral is SiO4. So these 3 or more than 3 SiO4 is linked. These are usually called cyclic silicates. This is sharing 2 of its oxygen. You see here This is Si silicon and oxygen 1 2 3. So this is sharing, one unit is sharing two of its oxygen with other two units. Next one is inosilicates. This inosilicates contains number of silicate units. It can have any number of silicate units by sharing two or more oxygen atoms. So inosilicates means these units are sharing two or more oxygen. It can have long chain silicates. The chain keeps on continuing here. You see, this is sharing the oxygen here, this unit sharing the oxygen here. So like that the chain keeps on continuing. Next we shall see double chain silicates. See, this is one layer, this is another layer. See, this is one layer, this is another layer. These are fibrous or non-combustible silicates. So this is not burning, this is not combustible, therefore these are used as a thermal insulation. So this having a huge capacity of heat, resistance to heat, therefore it is non-combustible. So this is used in the constructions and all. So this is being carcinogenic and this is used in most of the applications. Next, sheet or pyrosilicates. Now here you see 1 2 3 layers are there. So these silicates contains 2 silicon 5 oxygen, 2 silicon 5 oxygen. That is number of times are called sheet or pyrosilicates. Here they share 3 oxygen atoms. They are sharing 3 oxygen atoms with others, and thus two-dimensional sheets. These sheet silicates form layered structures. So you can see the different types of layers. These are used in tar and mica and all. Next one is three-dimensional sheets. Here nothing but here all the oxygen atom is shared. This is examples are quartz. Next we shall see zeolites. Zeolites are nothing but three-dimensional crystalline solids containing aluminium, silicon and oxygen in their regular three-dimensional framework. Zeolites have a porous structure. It have a porous structure, which the monovalent sodium ions and water molecules are loosely held, because it is loosely held, and this is having porous in nature, and this is more of similar to clay material. Therefore it is having this porous nature, but differ in their crystalline structure, though it seems to be similar to clay materials, but differs in the crystalline structure. It is three-dimensional and it seems to be honeycomb, like a network, seems to be like a tunnel or cages and all. This is the types of silicones and silicates and all this.